Hello, my dear students. Today we'll deal with the next part of the Animal Farm, written by George Orwell. In our second part, we have discussed the how the animals captured the animal farm and they made the seven commandments for the animalism. So now they organized the animals into republic of equal animals. They said that we are all equal, and we can also see the satire in these lines that although they say that we all are equals, but still pigs are dominating the other animals. They say that we are more wiser than you. So they organize the animals into republic of equal animals. Everyone, especially Boxer. Boxer is the name of a horse. He worked hard. There were some meetings organized by these animals, and there were some classes for the animals. And there were some reading classes and writing classes as well. The pigs had already learned reading and writing, so there were many activities like reading and writing for the animals, and these all are the activities when sorry those um, given by their leaders. They did not do physical work. Now they became learning classes, ruling class with privilege with pigs. And pigs and the ruling classes were not doing any physical work. They just started reading and writing and giving instruction, making laws and all. After some months, Jones and some other men attacked Animal Farm. Earlier, Mr. Jones was thrown by the animals with a sudden revolution by the animals. But after some days or some months, Mr. Jones' men came and they attacked on Animal Farm. But the animals defeated them at the Battle of Cowshed. And there was a battle between Mr. Jones' men and Animal Farm, means animals of this farm, and this battle is won by the animals, and this battle is called as Cowshed. Snowball, here a pig and a boxer horse, they were the heroes of the day, and they were called the hero of the battle. And Snowball, a pig, animal of the hero, and here he was awarded as the first class awarded. Snowball and Boxer was also rewarded by the animals. Napoleon was more cunning and tactful than Snowball. Both were the pigs, and but Napoleon was more cunning. He was more clever. There was a struggle for power between these two, Napoleon and Snowball. Now Napoleon wanted to become the master of this farm. So here, struggle starts between these two pigs after man. So Napoleon opposed Snowball's project of windmill. Snowball brings some project of windmill, but Napoleon is against this project. Napoleon had been sincerely training 9 dogs for their birth. One day, what happens? One day, these 9 dogs were ordered to rush upon Snowball. They chased him and they drove out the farm forever. So they were doing against each other. Napoleon became now the self-appointed dictatorial leader, and and his dogs were his faithful bodyguards and soldiers. So he started like a man, taking bodyguards for him, and dogs were called as the soldiers. Squirrel, he was a great liar, and his propaganda was to become a minister. So here we can clearly see that politics is going among the animals. So, this is a kind of satire on the man that sometime man lies for his own self. Napoleon now persuaded the animals to do what he liked. So he wishes and animals do whatever is liked by the Napoleon. Under him, things changed. Now, rules are going to change. Things have been changing, and animals began to be treated as badly because they were forced to work hard every day, like earlier condition when man was dominating on the animal farm. So same thing is repeating in the rule of an Napoleon. Except the privileged pigs, no one except the privileged pigs, no one got enough to eat. No, pigs were not allowing to get enough food to the animals. They are not giving enough food to the other animals, then only the pigs. They could not complain against the ill treatment. So even animals are not given this right that they are not able to complain for this ill treatment. They also had not the courage to do anything against this their leader, because Napoleon was dominating in that manner that they were not that much courageous to make any complaint for this. So there was a reason that Napoleon was always surrounded with fierce dogs. So these animals were scared. They were scared of these dogs. They were like the soldiers. They were like the bodyguards of the Napoleon. So they were ready to kill any animal at this order. So all the animals were scared of these dogs, and that's why they did not complain of Napoleon. Later, I think this is clear till now. Next part we will deal in our next video. Thank you.